maybe we just can talk a little bit about AI applications, the use of it that we are seeing in general, and how we can transform the air transport with AI.
AI per se is not well defined term because everything can be AI these days. So instead of that, I would prefer to talk about autonomous operations, where decisions and operations per se are executed and supervised by non-human entities. So let's go like this. So this will be one group of systems. And then, of course, we will be talking a lot about decision support systems, different kind, where still human is supervising all these decisions, right? So I would separate these two levels of AI when we will be discussing, because the first one is truly the modern one, something that we are discussing today. So the breakthrough from, I don't know, transformer algorithms and generative AI allows us to think of implementing autonomous operations at scale, while the second group that I described is present in our lives since 1950s, 1960s, I would say, right? So of course there is a bridge, there is a link between the two worlds, but those are two completely different worlds.
No, this is exactly the topic that need to be explained, and good to have you to explain it, because the concept of neural network has been there for a long time. I mean, when I was doing my degree, we also had neural networks in Prolog and Lisp, and that kind of AI has been there. But yeah, no, that's very good idea. Let's start in that format. What's the first thing that we should be talking about when it comes to implementing AI in the aviation? Because there is a man in the middle concept, but then there's also the concept that AI should be completely in charge, because if you are putting man in the middle and man is making decision, then humans can have a proclivity to make emotional decisions, non-informed decisions, and delayed decisions. So how would you distinguish these two? How should we get into that?
Quite interesting topic you touched is this man in the center approach, because it's very similar to what we observe in any AI implementation in any workplace, right? Because the ethical discussion that we have in workplace is, do we prefer gut feeling managerial decisions about hiring, promotion, that kind of stuff, or objective, data-driven, algorithmic processes, procedures that will be autonomously driven by AI? Of course, life is not black and white. Always there will be different shades of gray. So we are not talking about absolutes, right? So let's say there is a spectrum. I always say that AI is about spectrum of possible solutions. So of course, what we are living, or the era that we are living in, is that we are starting to shift left these operations from human-centric into AI-centric, or the system or the network of systems-centric, right? So actually, because when we talk about AI, we, apart from algorithmic approach, which we described just a second ago, we have to talk also about the system approach, right? That this is a combination of those algorithms, right? It never works in isolation. So if you look at, I don't know, ChatGPT or something, it's very complex system under the hood, right? Of course, the large language model is an engine. This is a system, cross-connected system. And the same, I believe, is relevant for your scenarios in aviation. There will not be one system to rule them all, even if that would be our ambition for, I don't know, 50 years or 60 years.